miss you guys. This is my dog Congo. He wanted to say hi as well. Mr. Tobin says hi, and so does my mom and Mikey. We all are missing you and hope you're doing well. I'm going to read you a story tonight that is one of my favorites I was going to bring in towards the end of the year. It talks about whales and saltwater and ponds and all the different things you've been studying. It's also one that you can find online. Like we've talked about before, you can just type in the name of the book and you can press and it'll read it out loud just like it does at school. It's Dear Mr. Blueberry by Simon James. It's one of my favorites. Here's the title page. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I love whales very much. I think I saw one in my pond today. Please send me some information on whales, as I think he might be hurt. Love, Emily. And here's a picture of Emily looking out the window at her pond, and there's her whale, or what she thinks is a whale. Dear Emily, here are some details about whales. I don't think you'll find it was a whale you saw, because whales don't live in ponds, but they live in salt water. Yours sincerely, your teacher, Mr. Blueberry. And it shows Emily reading the letter at breakfast. And it shows her little brother in the high chair dumping the cereal on the ground. And then it goes on. Dear Mr. Blueberry, I am putting salt into the pond every day before breakfast. And last night I saw my whale smile. I think he is feeling better. Do you think he might be lost? Love, Emily. And we know you can't just put salt in the pond. Dear Emily, please do not put any more salt in the pond. I'm sure your parents won't be pleased. I'm afraid there can't be a whale in your pond because whales don't get lost. They always know where they are in the ocean. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. And here she is reading her letter on the steps. Dear Mr. Blueberry, today I'm very happy because I saw my whale jump up and spurt lots of water. He looked blue. Does this mean he might be a blue whale? Love, Emily. P.S. What can I feed him with? And here's a picture of Emily looking out in her fountain and her whale. Dear Emily, blue whales are blue, and they eat tiny shrimp-like creatures that live in the sea, called krill. We learned about that. However, I must tell you that the blue whale is much too big to live in your pond. Sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. P.S. Perhaps it's a blue goldfish. And here Emily is doing her homework and reading about fish. Dear Mr. Blueberry, last night I read your letter to my whale. Afterward, he let me stroke his head. It was very exciting. I secretly took him some crunched up cornflakes and breadcrumbs. This morning I looked in my pond and they were all gone. I think I shall call him Arthur. What do you think? Love, Emily. And here it is, her petting her whale. Dear Emily, I must point out to you quite forcibly now that there is no way a whale can live in your pond. You might not know that whales are migratory, which means they travel great distances each day. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. She's reading her letter on the way to school. Dear Mr. Blueberry, tonight I'm a little sad. Arthur has gone. I think your letter made sense to him, and he's decided to be migratory again. Love, Emily. And she's reading her letter by her pond. Dear Emily, please do not be too sad. It really was impossible for a whale to live in your pond. Perhaps when you are older, you would like to sail the ocean studying and protecting whales. Yours sincerely, Mr. Blueberry. And here she is on her bed, and in the back is a picture of a whale tail. She's reading her letter. Dear Mr. Blueberry, it's been the happiest day. I went to the beach and you'll never guess, but I saw Arthur. I called to him and he smiled. I knew it was Arthur because he let me stroke his head. I gave him some of my sandwich. It shows her at the beach stroking the whale's head. And then we said goodbye. I told him that I loved him very much, and I hope you don't mind, but I said that you loved him too. Love, Emily, and Arthur. And Arthur's going off to play. The end. I hope you guys like the book. I love and miss you very much, and we'll see you later. Bye.